Daily sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Jones steps away to his left. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Following the interception, here's Prescott. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Trying to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. The completion there by Mac Jones. Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there.
They're going for Howard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Prescott. Here's one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for New England.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43.
Michael Gallup is the unsung member of the Cowboys receiving corps, but he's made some big catches during his time in Dallas. Now in his 4th season, he makes another one there.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Twisting away. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
52 catches last year for Zeke, and he's had as many as 77 in a year. I think he's hoping to get a little more stability in his offensive line and, of course, at the quarterback position. And if that happens, all of his numbers will go up.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Off play action. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A first down carry by Elliott. Powering his way forward. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Eluding the pressure right.
Open man right side, it's Lamb.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Now Elliott. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Switch. Under 10.
Off the play fake, Jones. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Play action now. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Forced out to his left. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 10th carry now for Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. The left side throw complete to Adams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
On first down, Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. This pass caught by Hamler. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Prescott off play action. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap. And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking deep for Adams.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Osa Odighizuwa
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Throwing Jones. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Dallas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.